Glen&Dec, Time Well Wasted, Episode 12. Irish Watches, McGonigle, Sólás and the Swiss lad who knows too much. Alright folks, welcome back to Glen&Dec, Time Well Wasted. Declan, do you mind?
Oh, sorry.
The show that used to live over on Horology Guide until we packed our bags 2 episodes ago and moved into our own shiny new home. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. We need the validation.
And the money.
There is no money.
There could be money.
There won't be money.
But there could.
Anyway, today is episode 12, and we're continuing our deep dive into Irish watchmaking. Last week, we covered the heritage, the early makers, and Dec's Omega costume incident, which I'm still recovering from.
I wore it again this morning. The neighbours waved. I think they think I'm in a cult.
You are in a cult. It's called Being Yourself. Right. Today we're going deeper. McGonigle, Sólás, and we've a special guest joining us later. I'm not going to reveal who it is just yet. Stay tuned to learn more. I promise it's going to be exciting. Okay, let's start with the big one, McGonigle Watches. 2 brothers, John and Stephen McGonigle, from Athlone. Proper Irish horological royalty. These lads didn't just make watches, they made art. They trained with the best in Switzerland, for instance with Audemars Piguet, and then came home to create pieces that are basically mechanical poetry.
Poetry? Like, there once was a watch from Athlone, whose movement was carved out of stone.
Stop. McGonigle watches are known for 3 things. Insane finishing, hand engraving that looks like Celtic jewellery, movements designed from scratch. Their Tusker model is the one everyone talks about. Irish-inspired, beautifully balanced, and the finishing is so good it makes Swiss watchmakers cry into their raclette.
I cried into raclette once. Burned my chin. Horrible experience. I like melted cheese and potatoes too much.
The McGonigles also did the Keol, a minute repeater. One of the most complicated watches ever made by Irish hands. And the name Keol means music, which is perfect, because the chimes on that thing sound like angels doing sound check.
I'd buy one if I sold both kidneys.
Haha, you'd need to sell your kidneys, my kidneys, and the neighbour's kidneys.
I'll ask them. They waved this morning.
Please don't. Now, Sólás Watches, founded by D.U. Daniel Wu. This is the modern Irish microbrand that exploded onto the scene with the Sólás Starlight.
What makes it special?
Irish design, Irish phrases engraved on the watch, a venturine watch dial that looks like the night sky, a micro-rotor movement, which is rare at this price point, and the big one, Irish salmon leather straps, a gorgeous touch. Started in 2019, Sólás is one of the most interesting modern Irish microbrands because it combines Irish cultural identity, unexpected technical ambition, and tiny batch artisanal production. The Starlight is the flagship, a micro-rotor watch with an aventurine dial and Irish phrases engraved. All watches are assembled personally in Ireland by its owner.
I love that. Imagine winding your watch and thinking, ah yes, this salmon strap looks familiar.
It's poetic, and the finishing on the movement is surprisingly good for a microbrand. D.U. Daniel did something clever. He didn't try to copy the Swiss. He made something Irish, something with identity. Mate, this was something special.
I tried to make something Irish once. It was a stew. It killed a plant.
Your cooking is a crime against humanity.
But my watch taste is impeccable.
That's debatable. Okay, I think he's already here.
Who's here?
Ladies and gentlemen, I made this announcement last week in episode 11. The man, the myth, the Swiss legend, Markus Feldman. We've a special guest today, a proper Swiss watchmaker, a man of precision, discipline, and probably a very tidy kitchen.
Guten Morgen, I brought chocolate.
Welcome, Markus. Nice to meet you. You're already my favourite guest.
De rien.
Markus, I'm so happy you're here. I'm going to say a few own words now who our guest is, a Swiss watchmaker with an Irish wife. Markus was born in Lucerne, Switzerland, and trained at WASTEP. He worked at Celita, but now runs a micro-atelier called Feldman Werkstatt. He's married to Elaine from Galway, who drags him to Ireland twice a year. In a few words, our special guest today is a proper Swiss watchmaker, a man of precision, discipline, and probably has a very tidy kitchen, not like Declan. Welcome, Markus.
Thank you, Glenn. It is an honor. My wife Elaine says you are grand lads.
I do not know what that means.
It means she pities us.
Markus, let's start right off the bat with some technical watchmaking questions. So, when you're adjusting a movement for positional variance, what's your approach?
Yes. First I check the vertical positions. Crown up, crown down, then horizontal.
If the balance spring is breathing unevenly, do you correct that before touching the regulator?
Breathing unevenly. Is the watch having an asthma attack?
No, Declan, it is a metaphor.
You're a metaphor.
Your wife's Irish, isn't she? Does she get you into Irish watches?
Yes, she insists. I support the local lads. I have studied Sólás, McGonigle and the old Waterford pocket watches. Very charming. Very rustic.
Rustic? You can't call Irish watches rustic, Markus. That's like calling Swiss chocolate grand.
But Elaine said rustic is a compliment in Ireland.
She lied to you, Markus.
She lied right to your Swiss face. By the way, have you picked up any Irish phrases?
Yes, Elaine taught me I'm only after finishing me dinner, but she says I must say it with trauma.
She's right.
Tell us about your own work. You're doing hand finishing?
Yes, black polishing, anglage, Côte de Genève. Currently, I am working on a special edition inspired by Ireland. A green dial the colour of Galway Bay and a rotor made from bog oak.
Another one with bog oak. Does every watchmaker think Ireland is 90% swamp?
Elaine said it would connect with the Irish soul.
She's winding you up, Markus.
Be careful. Next, she'll tell you to make a strap out of turf briquettes.
Markus, be honest. If I gave you my watch, would you fix it?
What watch do you have?
A Casio that's been through a washing machine and a small child.
I would respectfully decline.
That's the most polite, absolutely not I've ever heard. Markus, you've worked with some of the biggest names in Swiss watchmaking. What's your take on the Irish scene?
I tell you something, the McGonigle brothers, they are not Irish watchmakers. They are world-class watchmakers who happen to be Irish. Their finishing is as good as anything in Valley de Joux, maybe better.
Better than the Swiss? Careful now, you'll be deported.
I am Swiss. We do not get deported, we simply relocate with dignity.
And Solace?
Ah, yes. The Starlight. Beautiful dial. Very clever use of micro-rotor. And the engravings are in Irish. I love this. It is cultural, it is identity, it is not another blue dial watch. The world has too many blue dial watches.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Also, the Irish humour is good. You two are chaotic.
That's Dec's fault.
I accept this.
Okay, let's move on now to the questions from our audience. Kevin from Kilkenny asks, are Irish watches actually collectible, or are they just niche? Markus, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Short answer, yes, they're collectible. Long answer, McGonigle pieces are already Grail level. They're rare, handmade, and historically important. Solace is newer, but the early Starlight models will absolutely be collectible in the future because they represent the beginning of modern Irish watchmaking.
Also, if you're from Galway, everything is collectible, even the rain. You can bottle it and sell it to tourists.
Declan is not wrong about Galway rain. But to add to Markus's point, collectability isn't just about price or hype. It's about story, rarity, and identity. Ireland doesn't have a mass production watch industry, so every Irish watch, whether it's McGonigle, Sólás, Illion, or even the smaller boutique makers, comes with a built-in narrative. You're not just buying a watch, you're buying a chapter of Irish horological history that's still being written, and collectors love being early to a story.
Especially if the story involves two lads in Athlone making watches that scare the Swiss.
Exactly. When the Swiss start sweating, you know you're onto something.
Markus, no need to take your shirt off.
The next question we have is from India.
Wow. I bet this one is for me.
It doesn't specify, but Ravi from Mumbai asks, why don't we see more Irish brands in global markets like we do with Swiss, Japanese, or Indian micro brands? Great question. I'll answer. There are 3 reasons. Reason 1, scale. Ireland doesn't have the manufacturing infrastructure Switzerland or Japan has. Reason 2, cost. Making watches in small batches is expensive. Reason 3, history. Ireland is only now rebuilding its watchmaking identity. But the potential is huge. Solace proved there's global demand. McGonigle proved Irish craftsmanship can stand with the best in the world.
Also, Ravi, if you ever want to send us a spicy snack from Mumbai, Glen will cry on camera.
I will, I'm weak.
And honestly, I've been thinking about doing a local project with another watchmaker based here in Ireland. Maybe even introduce another Irish brand at some point in the future.
Hold on now. Are you serious? Markus is starting an Irish watch cinematic universe. Phase 1, Starlight. Phase 2, The Return of the Rotor. Phase 3, Glen crying because he can't get the limited edition.
I cry because I care. But Markus, that's actually huge. Ireland's watch scene is tiny. Like, tiny, tiny. So the idea of two Irish-based makers collaborating is the kind of thing collectors go mad for. It's how new traditions start. Switzerland had villages full of watchmakers. Ireland has, well, you and maybe 3 lads in sheds.
4, if you count the fella in Wexford who glued a Seiko movement into a potato.
We do not count him. But seriously, a local collaboration could be a milestone. Irish watchmaking is still in its early chapters, and projects like that help define what the future looks like. It's not just niche anymore, it's becoming a proper ecosystem.
An ecosystem with very little oxygen and a lot of ambition.
Exactly. And ambition is how you get from micro brands to legacy brands. Sorry, lads. It's Elaine looking for milk.
I guess it's time to wrap up, boys.
Before I go, I have a gift.
Is that a tiny Swiss cowbell?
Yes. When Dec says something stupid, you ring it.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Not again. We went through that bell thing with Glen before. Ring it once now, just to get it out of your system. Fair.
Right. That's episode 12. Irish watchmaking is alive, thriving, and producing some of the most interesting pieces in the world. If you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and remember, we moved off Horology Guide 2 episodes ago, so this channel needs your support.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your neighbour whose kidneys I might need.
Please stop saying that.
I will pray for him.
We'll see you next Sunday for episode 13. Stay curious, stay ticking, and stay away from Dec's cooking.
It was one stew. One.
Markus, thank you very much for your valuable input today.
No problem. I've been enjoying my time here.
It was grand. What about next week, Glen?
I think that we should keep our options open. However, the most likely is the story of Radium Loom and the Radium Girls. This is gripping. We should cover it.
I know the story. It was horrific. Yeah, that one's well worth a longer discussion. There's a lot more depth to it than people realize, and it deserves more than a quick mention.
All right, lads. That brings us to the end of episode 12. We need to finish. It was all about Irish watchmaking, past, present, and whatever Markus is secretly cooking up in his shed is alive and well. And honestly, today's chat just proves how much depth there is in this little island's horological story.
It's only getting started too. The talent is here, the interest is growing, and if a few more people take the leap, Ireland could become a proper hub for independent watchmaking. Small, yes, but mighty.
Like a leprechaun with a torque screwdriver.
Why do you talk?
For the people, Glen. For the people.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, come back next week for more. And if you have questions, send them in. We have a new designated email address. You'll find it on our profile. We love hearing from you. Ireland, India, anywhere. The more curious, the better.
Except the guy who asked if you can wash a watch in the dishwasher. Sir, please stop.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive. And trust me, the next topic is well worth a longer discussion. Until then, stay curious, stay ticking, and stay away from Dec's advice.
One dishwasher incident, and suddenly I'm the villain.
Take care, folks.
Au revoir.